Good afternoon. Can everybody hear me? All right. Well, good afternoon, Kendall campus and beyond, because we are virtual as well this year, which it's wonderful to be able to be on campus. My name is Rita Fernandez Sterling. I am the literary advisor for Miambiance. And by my side is the virtual arts and photography advisor, Tony Chirinos. We are so proud of this group of talented students because the obstacles that were faced due to COVID-19 were enormous, devastating, but they persevered, they pushed forward, and they created and produced an amazing, amazing work of art. So we hope that you will enjoy volume 31 as well as this program. Tony?
Thank you, Rita. I don't want this to be right on my face. Just to let you know that every time we produce something like this, we think of it as an entire piece. You know, we don't see each image in here as a separate piece. We see it as one piece helping the other piece and making this whole object as an art piece. So I think that this year the students were just incredible. I want to thank, first of all, the art faculty, Jennifer Basile, Yamari Silva, Ray Morales, and John Frazier, who always helps us find our talented students. Also the chairs, Bonnie Seaman and Bill, and the deans, and of course the president, our campus president. Dr. Charlot always champions the arts. She creates avenues and platforms that allow our students to be able to express themselves freely. Today, that platform is Miambiance. And we always thank you for your support. So without further ado, Dr. Charlot.
Good afternoon. I look forward to this event every year because there's something that's special that happens in this room every time you give birth to a new baby. And what happens is we have a moment to be in the presence of greatness. There is something very subtle and pure about artistry that isn't filtered through the mind, but it's the spirit speaking through your body. And it comes through in the images, in the words. You know, there's a particular line that I love here. I believe the magazine is representing a transition into a better future. After all, tarot cards tell the story of who we were, who we are, and who we will be. And what's powerful about this moment is as I look into the future, who we will be is beautiful and who we will be is bright. And in this moment where we're navigating so much uncertainty and in some ways so much ugliness, it is such a joy to be in the presence of what's great. And so I thank you for your labor of love because it's evident that every detail, every period, every comma, every word was selected with intentionality. But I thank you for your courage to show the world who you are, and to the faculty for the spaces you create, the laboratories you provide, and the incubators that create a safe space for this beauty to emerge. We thank you. There are things you do we never see, but we see the product of your labor. And so please join me in thanking all of our faculty for all that they do. Let's give them a round of applause. And I also want to recognize we have some parents in the room, and you don't get to slide by just because you want free food. We had this conversation. But you know, often we don't get parents here, and it's so important for the sacrifices that you've made, for the faith that you have in your children, and for all the parents that you're representing by being here. Thank you so much for being our partners in this process and for trusting us with your beautiful children. So let's give the parents a round of applause. And so with that, I will turn it over to our fearless leader, Ms. Trinidad, if you would please come to the podium and do that thing you do. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. I'm Celine Trinidad. I'm the editor-in-chief of Volume 31. And I want to introduce some of the members of my staff. Is Diego Franco here? And we had Maria Gonzalez, that she's online right now in the Zoom. I also want to introduce you the members of the new staff, Volume 32 members. Can you please stand up? And now we're gonna start with some of the published authors and the people that was the center of us making this magazine. The people that send the work are students just like us. So I want to introduce Kristen Lameda. She's gonna read her Beliefs and Cultures, Livery.
Belief sculptures liberty. Liberty failed to notice the real reason why she felt oppressed. Liberty was uncomfortable and disappointed with the fact that she was not the most highly regarded intellect in the room. She felt intimidated by social hierarchy and status. Liberty blamed other people for her insecurities. Foolish they were, but maybe not to the extent she perceived them to be. In life, she had noticed that what seemed to be true was in fact the exaggeration of the truth. After years of painful reflection, she stumbled upon a new ideology. Oppression controls the souls of those who seek it. Abolition of this beast is sculptured by the belief in its extinction. The real beast was her inner thoughts. So I wrote this poem when I was in my freshman year of college, and it was by mistake, and it was just observing, since we're in quarantine, I was just observing everything that was going on around me, and I realized that if we were just to stop regretting like our past, and if we were just to focus on ourselves and our journey, we would be successful, we would be happy, and we would believe in ourselves, and in that moment we will feel liberated from all of our problems. So our next speaker is going to be Lorena Moreno.
Hello. I don't know if I should take my mask off. I think I'm just gonna leave it on. Everyone can hear me, right? Awesome. Okay, so I have two pieces. One of them is actually right up here. Firstly, I do want to thank Miambiance and Professor Rita Fernandez Sterling for allowing me to speak today and for publishing my work. Obviously, I would love to thank Professor Tony Chirinos for shaping me to be who I am today. And this piece right here was actually one of the very first photographs I took of my ongoing project on my grandmother. She is a 92-year-old Cuban woman, so she is very interesting to say the least. I photograph her pretty much every day. This photo, as you can see, is very intimate, very close. I'm very close with her. I live with her. So I do photograph her very closely. However, my next photo called Caretaker is on page 24. This one right here. This was, after COVID hit us, the first photo was very, very close up. As you can see, super intimate. Here I'm photographing her from a much larger distance. COVID hit us pretty hard. I was very afraid to take photos of her. I was wearing a mask. I know you can't see me, but I was wearing a mask when I took this photo. I'm basically just depicting, her everyday life. This is my aunt, as you can see, carrying her plates. And so yeah, COVID, it was a very different time for her. It made me photograph her very differently, but it also changed her life. She had to be away from family, away from friends. But now, I do have a lot of hope for the future. As you can see, we're all in person today, which makes me so happy for the future. And I still photograph her a lot. So, yes, hopefully she has many years to come. And again, I'd like to thank Miambiance for organizing this and, allowing me to talk today. And without further ado, I want to introduce the next speaker, Maria Gonzalez. She is going to be talking about her literature piece, La Raza. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Lorena. Hi, my name is Maria Gonzalez, and today I'm going to be reading a little excerpt of my nonfiction piece, La Raza. So I'll start. Tienes que mejorar la raza. These words are deeply ingrained in my mind, a mantra written by force between the soul side and the spirituality of my brain, always sung by a chorus of women and men. You have to improve the race, they say to me, a chant reverberating between my ears inside my skull. The echo of its meaning barely registering is still hurting. Love whoever you want, they say, as long as they're good looking. Even better if they have blue eyes. Imagínate unos hijos catires, bellos como un gringuito. Imagine having blonde kids, beautiful like a gringo. I always stay silent while I meditate on the meaning of that phrase. Hay que mejorar la raza. Those 5 words that command my life, and that of many like me. Improving my race means erasing who we are. I float in a space of self-doubt and confusion. Am I not enough? Is my skin not perfect, like the color bronze, and equally powerful and beautiful as the ivory one of my cousins? An ethereal enchantment to the eyes, or as deeply enchanting, fascinating, and precious as the onyx skin of my grandfather, whose darkness is akin to the magic of the skies, a mystery yet to be unveiled, where celestial bodies dance and prance in an ethereal rhythm. In my eyes, we're equally perfect, for humanity is as deep as the sea herself, and our skins are the oceanic zones, but also the treasures lying deep within the waters. Our skins ring of history and wonder, of fantasy and hope. Skin tells to the trained eye where we come from and who we are. Yet by improving our race, we become blend, a colony of uniformity, a form of unanimity where there is nothing but one identity. Stories lost to blood over blood, a genetic and ideological war where crimson and scarlet ichor is not shed, where the winner still rewrites history to their favor, without realizing that they are the last standing humans on Earth. Their brothers and sisters, similar yet unique, lost to a genomic code relegated to a recessive trait. We are beings of progress and evolution, but I do not see a world where improving the race towards one side or the other will make everything better. For nature is a wise mother and a caring father, and its commands push us towards what is best, our melanin constantly adapting to our environment. Invisible and secret, the melanogenesis, a miracle of thousands of pigments. For we are the color of the white and yellow sands, the red dirt, and the rich brown earth below, constantly blooming and multiplying. We are all prime examples of perfection. Thank you. So this piece is inspired by the ideologies of colorism and internalized racism in Hispanic countries that are really common and prevalent in many communities. There's idea towards moving towards a more white-centric beauty standards. And I really want to bring attention to that because when you see narrative about racism, you only see them in the aspects of more external sources and not as many internal conflicts that individuals may have or face and be reasoned with. This is like a generational problem Hispanic communities have been facing for years. And I would like to now introduce the next speaker, Diego Oca, who will be talking about his art, Feeling Blue. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Diego Franco, and the following pieces are just they're pictures that they were very random. They weren't planned. We had just gotten back from a trip with my friend, and we were just hanging out. We were bored, and she's like, "You want to go for a photo shoot?" And that's what we did. So I like to grab objects and put them in front of the lens to just like warp the image in a way. And that's what we did. I grabbed the blue cup and I noticed that the image was like duplicating almost. And that's when I decided to play around with what I had in front of me. And I love this picture because it sort of shows like this haunting, uh, like multiple like different personalities sort of like forming and like merging into each other. And then following Fragile Little Flame, which is the next picture I took. Yeah, this one. It's it was also like it was towards the end of the night. It was getting really dark, and it started raining. We had very little light, but a box of matches around, so that's why we started playing around with that. And then I decided to like she like put it in her mouth, and I've always thought this picture was very like it's like comforting, but at the same time, it's seeking something that's not there in a way because like when it's a flame, it can easily burn out, and once you it's only like you're seeking warmth for something much bigger, but something that can like easily just fade away in the blink of an eye. And yeah, and that's the significance between the two pieces. And it was a very fun photo shoot. It's one of the best that I've ever had because it was just how it played out and like it wasn't planned and it just happened. And that's it. Thank you. And I would like to introduce Anthony Felix presenting the music.
Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry. Is there two songs, right? Two songs. Okay. So, okay. So sorry again. Good morning. First song, Undefined. Um, this song for me, uh, my approach about it at first was that I just wanted to create something new. Yeah. Create something new. There we go. Um, yeah, I just felt like at the time, I was so boxed in and it just felt so uncomfortable to just listen to the same type of music, the same type of thing. So I said, you know what? I wanted to create something new, not only for myself, but for other people to hear. So I just kind of wanted to expand my creativity on that. The song following that is Lost in Thought. Um, there's, I believe, about like three genres I like kind of do throughout the whole song. Um, I know for me growing up, it was always hard for me to express my ideas, everything that was inside of me. I was always like shut down as a kid, always being the one told like you can't do this, can't do that. So it was really tough for me, growing up, especially doing music, something that creative. So yeah, it's just a little kid just making music, kind of decide on like, oh, should I do this? Or should I do this? Like you'll see, like I was debating about what approach I should take. And I said, you know what? I might as well just do whatever comes to me. And yeah, there we go. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And now I'll be bringing up Izelian Trinidad.
So the poem that I'm gonna read today is called Entre mis raíces. En la mañana de mis llantos me levanté pensando en ti. Los lamentos no lo aguanto, tampoco estar aquí. Cuando empiezo en mi vida, los cantares son esfuerzos, las palabras son llanas porque no te tengo. This poem came by me while I'm missing my country. I come from the Dominican Republic, and it's really difficult to leave a place that you love really dearly and is in your heart. But also the inspiration came while thinking about how many people I miss, how many people is in that country, how many people I left, all of my friends, all of my family, and all of the stuff that it was really important to me. The poem is about missing something, and what I was missing at the moment was my country, my roots. And for that reason is entre mis raíces, in between my roots. And it is an amazing way of knowing that you lost something, but at the same thing, gaining something is the knowledge that the love that you have for your country is gonna still there no matter where you are. Now, I just want to let you know that Volume 31 is a finalist for CMA Pinnacle. It's an award that we have won in the last 2 years, and it's the third time that we are finalists in it. And I want to introduce to you the president of Volume 32, Megan Carrion and Diego Franco.
Hi, thank you all so much for coming. My name is Megan Carrion. I'm the current co-president of Miambiance, and I'm part of the crew for Volume 32. And we're super excited. Of course, we have big shoes to fill because obviously this magazine is gorgeous, and there's a lot of love and work that has been put into it that we hope to aspire to. And of course, I beg, I plead, submit, because I know that this college, this community has so much beautiful art available and made and created, and we would just love to have it for Volume 32. You can follow us on Instagram. We also have a Facebook. You can even check out our Spotify for the beautiful music, obviously, that has been produced for the past volume. So yeah, thank you so much for coming.
I just wanted to say that working on this past edition was absolutely beautiful, and it was a very rewarding process. And with the help of everybody, we made something beautiful that I'm really proud of. So I'm looking forward for the next upcoming volume that's gonna come up. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
And to end this amazing launch, I want to thank Dr. Charlotte, the campus president, Dr. David DeMario, the Dean of Faculty, Dr. William Murphy, the Sheriff of English and Communications Department, Mrs. Bunny Seaman, the Chair of Arts and Philosophy Department, Craig Swanson, our Praying and Far representative. He did an amazing job in this Volume 31. In addition, many thanks to Media Services, Student Lab, Graphics, Events, and Rentals. And I want to thank all of you for joining in person and online. Have a great afternoon, an amazing rest of the week. Be well and stay safe. Thank you very much.
So that concludes our program. We are setting up some refreshments for you. So if you can hang out a little bit, there is some food in the back and some water. If not, thank you so much for joining us. And please enjoy Volume 31 and let us know on social media what you think. And please, we would love for you to tell your friends and fellow students to submit to the magazine. The deadline is October 31st. And we're accepting everything, all right? Literature, music, prose, poetry. We would, yes, we want videos. We want a variety of things to showcase the talent at Kendall campus. At that corner, there are some submission forms. They are available online as well. And if you want additional information, you want us to reach out to you, please leave your information on the pad. All right, and enjoy the rest of your day.